what we're going to be talking about is breaking through production ceilings. We have three incredibly talented agents. We have Inju, Adam, and Cassie. I'm going to have you guys introduce yourself, talk a little bit about like how long you've been in the business, where you're at, and kind of like production, you know, that, and then we'll start going through some questions. Cassie, you want to start first?
I would love to. Cassie Nelson. I am real estate consultant on the Young team. I've been licensed after 10 years. I kind of keep track, but I think it's going on 14 years. I've been licensed now, and I've been with the Young team just over 2.5 years.
Amazing. Adam?
Adam Zimmerman. I'm with Engel & Volkers Distinct Real Estate advisor. I have been in real estate for almost 20 years now, 5 years of commercial, right as the market was crashing in 07, 08. And then I own a smaller portfolio of investment properties, and I got relicensed right before COVID shut the world down. So a couple very interesting periods of time to get involved, and 6 years now. So been with E&V pretty much since the beginning, over 2 years.
Very cool. Real quickly, Cassie, last year production, ballpark.
Over 12 million, 40 units.
Cool. Adam?
I think about 17 million, about 50 units.
Love it. All right, Angie, yourself?
Yep. So I got my license in 2022. Now I am in Keller Williams Greater Metropolitan. And I closed 67 houses last year, and I did 26 million. Yep.
I mean, like, what's incredible is we're talking 3 agents, like almost 60 million in production sitting here. There's a reason they're sitting up here. So we'll jump in. Cassie, we'll just kind of start with you and work our way down. What was the first production ceiling you remember hitting your business, and what specifically helped you break through it?
Yeah, I love to reference my 2024 year. That was my first full year on the Young team, and so I had big goals joining the team, and that was so far my biggest year of production, where I did over 50 units and over 15 million, and I had never been able to get over that 15 million mark until I joined the team, and so that's been my best year. And you know, I leveraged the team, and the biggest thing I took away from that year was like the open houses that I did and the business that I got from that, and that's been one of my best years.
Will you elaborate a little bit more on like the open house part of it? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, it's easy to say like I leverage a team or whatever.
Yes.
What does that really mean? How much effort went into it?
Yeah, I did almost 100 open houses, if not a little more, and about 25% of my business came from open houses that year. Wow. And it was a huge year for me, leveraging that and learning the market from open houses, getting to know people, having the conversations, and leveraging that.
Love it. Adam, what about for you?
So I have an interesting answer to this question. I don't think I've ever theoretically hit a ceiling. I've been a gradual upswing, but I think had I not joined Engel & Volkers, I think I would have, and I think it would have probably been around that $10 million mark. And the big thing for me was getting the support that I needed. We have so much support with where we're at, so it allows me to go out and do what I'm really good at, which is connecting, networking, prospecting. That and I have some notes here. What's that?
I said get your readers.
I know. That and, it was getting more targeted and purposeful with the activities and everything that I'm doing. Like when I first joined E&V, I was parading people in the office, and that's great and all because we have a beautiful office just like this, but it wasn't really strategic. So I've really keyed in on doing things that are strategic and purposeful. And that's gotten me to today.
It will be interesting for you guys to, like, we'll go through all the questions. Like, I think themes you're going to see are going to be hard work, it's going to be support, and then it's going to be probably from all three of you some sort of like purposefulness, right? It's impossible to hit the levels of production you guys are without probably all three of those things. All right, Anju, what about for you? I know when we met a couple years ago, we did a deal together.
Right.
It's like you were starting, and it's like you've exploded. So tell everybody about that.
Yeah. So I can tell my difficult time was 2024. I literally I I did 16 million that year, but I didn't have any kind of assistant. I did everything myself. I did open houses myself. I wrote offer myself. I show every single houses myself. It was really, really busy and tired to deal with everything myself. And I thought, okay, maybe the 16 million is my ceiling. I cannot do any more because I have little son. I need family time. I really cannot do more. And I made great decision, move to Keller Williams, Greater Metropolitan. And I have great friend, Jade, introduced to me the virtual assistant. With the assistant's help, I can really relieve myself from the paperwork and all of these kind of small things. I have more time to focus on the manage my clients and more time to communicate and networking. So I did 26 million last year, which is 10 million more. I cannot believe that too. I mean, it's like, it was a surprise to me. Oh my gosh, I thought the 60 million was my ceiling, but with one great assistant's help, I can do this much. So that was the amazing experience for me.
It's amazing. I think what's also like super impressive, you listened to, I think Cassie and Inju had slightly different answers than Adam, but it's like, how many people out there said 24, the market was getting tougher and their numbers were going down? And you look at all three of their numbers went up. Super impressive. So let's talk about, with more business comes more to manage. How do you balance increased production? Angie, you just mentioned virtual assistant. What else are you doing to balance the increased production?
Like obviously the price point is going up, the higher. For me, not like our housing market are increasing, the pricing are increasing. So I feel like I did not that much houses, but my volume is going up. So I feel like to focus on the higher price point and you opened the world of the luxury market, it helped a lot. So for me, focus on this kind of luxury market and focus my time to focus on that kind of higher price point market. It helped me a lot.
Love it. Adam, what about for you? How are you balancing the increased production?
So again, I'm going to be a little redundant. It's the support that we have. I mean, we have listing coordinator, transaction, strategic marketing. We have somebody that does pretty much all of our social media to an extent. So it, again, frees up the time for me to prospect, go after that higher price point. And I've got an interesting story. I was excited about this question. It was just at our yearly real estate conference, and I did a breakout session, and it was how to build a team. I don't have a team, but they said, what would you do if you had 80+% more time? Because they said the average real estate transaction is 120 or so hours. So if you have even one person of support, that frees up 80% of your time. So for me, it's like I have all these people that pretty much do everything for me. I mean, I pay attention to it, but I can, with great confidence, know that they're going to take care of everything and I don't have to worry. And I'm able to get on the phone, knock on the doors, do all that, so I can handle the increased production and it doesn't feel overwhelming. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, great. Cassie?
I would say similar to Adam, being on a team, we have such a support team with marketing and listing coordinators and transaction coordinators. Also, with the increase of production also comes with the hurdles that you might have to get through, which also, I lean on the team with if you have issues, you have multiple people you can talk to, navigate situations, keep everything together, and lean on them through support with that, not only the transaction, listing, and marketing side too.
Love it. All right, Cassie, how has your perspective on growing your business changed since you first started?
This one, if you would have asked me 10 years ago that I would be here, over 15 million in 1 year, I would have not put money on that. So my perspective is, if you work hard, you do your job, you make the connections, you put yourself in the room, like your production can just go up from there. There's no limit.
10 years ago, what did you think was possible?
working for a real estate agent as an assistant, not in sales, is what I was doing, not thinking that, sales was even in my realm. And so 10 years later, I get to sit up here and talk about it.
Incredible. Adam?
Well, my perspective changed even more since I got married to a woman who likes nice things. And I've got about a 6-month-old who's probably going to follow in her mother's footsteps. So that changed, really wanting to provide for them. But I always knew that I had the skills and the gifts to really, excel in this industry. I've always been relationship-oriented, people-oriented. It was really just harnessing those types of skills to get to where I am today. And, you're realizing and building off Cassie and probably you, doing the basics, answering your phone, follow-up, acting professional. Like I realized that very quickly getting back into residential. It's like, man, it doesn't take much. And I'm not that smart of a person, so don't overcomplicate it. So I'm just a real basic kind of guy and just really be consistent. So
Basic guy with a wife with expensive taste. That's the success.
Not easy.
The kid will
recipe.
follow.
and I live 4 doors down from my in-laws, so
Inju, what about for you? You mentioned you were doing 16 million. You didn't even think 26 was possible.
Yes.
How has your perspective changed?
The reason I got the license in 2022 was I have been a house flipper and investor from 2017, and I buy and sell multiple houses every year. I just wanted to help myself. I mean, to sell and buy by myself, it will be much more easier. I thought that's the reason I got the license. But after I got the license, I found that many people need help because we have so many century homes in Heights area, deal with asbestos, deal with lead paint, deal with these kind of things are very, very difficult for the buyers or sellers to handle. And I have so many experience to remodel and flip houses in that area. So using my knowledge, I found that I can help them. So more and more people would like to get my help. And it was totally not expected to, I am surprised for myself to see every day is growing. I would like to say it's not what I was expected. And I can see my business is growing. It was totally different thinking, the different situation when I first got the license I was expecting. So I just wanted to help myself, and now I'm helping so many people.
It's amazing.
it's interesting because I got relicensed sort of for that same reason. Rentals, figured I'd help my partners and I,
Right.
and know a lot of people, so do a few deals. So it's interesting that that was
Right.
sort of your
It starts snowballing.
Yeah.
You have some success, and
Oh, yeah.
then you can help people, and then you have success, and that's amazing. All right, let's say, how did your weekly schedule change after breaking through your last production ceiling? Inju, you talked about 16 to 26. You got the virtual assistant. What is the differences in your weekly schedule now?
Now I am focusing more time on meeting clients, and I shared this before in our brokerage. Every Friday is party day, so I will gather my old clients and friends every Friday, and topic is different. Like last Friday, I gathered all of the attorneys of my clients, and those people are so busy, and they even don't have any opportunity to meet each other, right? They know each other, but they didn't have time to meet each other. And I gathered them in my house, and I provided the food, excellent food, and I want to provide the place to let them network, and they loved it. So I every Friday is party day to host these kind of gatherings, and they will talk about the house. They will say, "Oh, my neighbor would like to sell the house. I refer you to them," like that. So it is the most important part of my lead generation part. And I sort my clients to different group, like the medical group, like the attorney group, like the business, financing, like these kind of all kind of group, right? So even like these my son is attending the university school and like the same private school parenting group, and my son is 6 years old, the kindergartner. So I will gather like the kindergartner parents group, right? You can have all kinds of different group and then gather together. So like the great thing of I've been the family reunion in Atlanta. I attended one event that the session that the host, the topic was how to host an event for your clients. That was amazing. And I learned a lot of details how to attend, how to host this kind of event, to reconnect with your old clients, and to update the nowadays housing trend to them. So it's kind of showing your professionalism to show up. I mean, it's important. It's the key of my lead generation.
It's incredible.
Wow, that's impressive.
Adam, let's talk about your
Follow
schedule.
that.
Yeah, how do you follow that?
It's like I wake up.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, my schedule hasn't really changed. Again, I go back to having all that support. So I have that time to really, I'm just crazy and neurotic about just prospecting and following up, like really good with keeping in contact with my sphere. I have a CRM, but I'm just too old school. Like I need to touch them myself. Like I just don't feel like a drip campaign is for me. I still have the time to do that. I mean, I get into the office early. I'm sure if you guys have ever gone past Landerwood Shopping Plaza, you've probably seen a crazy guy on his phone walking around the whole parking lot. I've seen Terry and Jeff plenty of times, or if you're returning something at UPS, like I'm constantly on the phone. Like that's me just connecting, and just I meet people in the neighborhood that are making returns. So it's that connection and physically and being there and being present.
What does a successful day or week of prospecting look like to you?
For me, I mean, it's just adding a bunch of new people, new opportunities, sitting down for buyer or seller consultations, or, just honestly, meeting somebody new. How can I help you? How can I be a resource? Like that's how I lead. Like, of course, I want to help you in some way, but I'm not looking for that immediate return. It's a long game for everything I do, whether it be my real estate business, my personal real estate. It's all just down the road. It's not necessarily the instant gratification, but it's the time that you put in, 3 months ago is gonna, help you today or, a month from now. So.
Love it. Cassie?
I think with the increased production in like a weekly schedule, your schedule gets a lot worse, but also you have to be more efficient with it. If it's not in my calendar, I forget about it. And so make time for that weekly calendar for like your follow-ups, inspections, whatever you need to do, making sure training's in there still have to do everything with the increased production, and keeping that weekly schedule.
Yeah, I mean, Cassie's business, 2 children, very active children.
I made the older one share her calendar with me so I don't have to remember all of her schedule because it's a lot.
Cassie also runs culture committee for the young team, so it's like all sorts of different things you're balancing.
Yes.
All right, I think this might be my favorite question. Cassie, we'll start with you. When your business started growing quickly, what was the first thing you had to stop doing?
I would say wasting time. When I first started, I was probably one of those where it's like someone called, I would go run. Someone wanted to go see a house, I would go run. If someone, anything like that, I would just get up and go, to where my time is valuable, the other person's time is valuable, to where it doesn't take that much longer to like sit down, have the conversation with someone, meet them at the office, do a buyer strategy. Like, you save so much time and so much money by just pausing, doing that, and not wasting time.
Love it.
Yeah.
Adam, what have you stopped doing?
I like this one. It's somewhat similar, but I really stopped, and hopefully nobody takes offense to this. I stopped taking every meeting with lenders, with title, with any other real estate professionals.
Unless it's Sean Hadley or Rick and Janelle for Higher Title.
All three of you now.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, when I first got into the business, I didn't really know a lot of people on the residential side. So yes, I wanted to get to know everybody. I do want to build those relationships because they are genuine. Because if we're in this business long enough, we're going to cross paths, and we should have a rapport. We should be working together. But at the end of the day, again, it's not a selfish thing. You got to be, strategic on how you spend your time. And if I can't go to the realtor happy hours. Like, I love getting drinks and having cocktails, but like, again, what am I getting from it after a certain period of time, a certain amount of time that I'm doing this? So that's sort of what I've tried to cut out.
Yeah,
Not entirely, but
if you want to spend time together, it's better to be doing something like this where you're investing into your skill set than getting noon cocktails and forgetting about what you're supposed to be doing the rest of the day. Inju, what about for you? What did you stop doing?
I stopped doing the household chores. So it's
You just got a big thumbs up from my mom.
So I mean, that kind of the household chores needs a lot of time to, for the cleaning, the cooking, and before I cook a lot because I cannot eat the food my husband cook. It's so bad. So I literally cook myself and I do the cleaning myself. I do everything myself. But with the growing of the business, I cannot do this kind of thing anymore. So I hire a very reliable person to help me with that. Definitely, I got really relieved from that part, which is a lot. So I recommend to hire somebody to help you.
That to me is amazing, and it's like you're talking about. You started off leveraging help in the business, and now leveraging help at home.
Yes.
And again, like with all that, I'm sure a lot of people are sitting here thinking like, that sounds really expensive and that's really scary, but it's like $10 million production swing in a year, like amazing. All right, is there a metric or number in your business that you pay close attention to as an indicator of future growth? Angie, we'll
Yes.
start with you.
For the last 4 years, I closed almost 200 houses. And I feel like even now, I'm learning from every single transaction. Think that what I can do better, what I could do better in this transaction. So even I closed almost 200 transactions, but I'm still learning. So my next goal is for next 4 years, or now 4 years past. For next 4 years, I would like to close 300 closing houses more and to hit the 500.
Amazing. Adam, what metric are you focusing on?
I don't know if I focus on a specific metric. For me, it's just activity, just always continuing with that, but sort of building upon over here, continuing to want to elevate the average price point. Also, we did a business training, and one of my 3-year plans was I want to not have to prospect. I think I'm good at it, and I do sort of enjoy it because if I call a random stranger, I can ask 3 questions and we have some sort of a connection. So I think that's sort of a unique strategy for me. But yeah, I'd love to stop doing that. And that metric I see is more referrals coming, my phone ringing more and more. And one particular that stood out to me recently is I do a lot of business in Little Italy. It's a neighborhood I'm passionate about. I own property down there as well. So I love it. You'd think I'm Italian, but I'm not. And I got a phone call from a woman investor out of California, owns property down there. She's called me specifically because she said, Adam, I see you do a lot of business down here. I want to work with you. So that to me is sort of one metric. Obviously I love Little Italy. I want to be that metric in other neighborhoods as well. But that sort of, when it sort of got real, hey, this person just reached out because she's seen I've done business. We've never connected.
Imagine if you started implementing Party Friday. It's
That's what I'm
you
saying.
don't have to prospect anymore.
Right? Doing that,
Cassie.
it's right up here.
We as a team sit down and do yearly goals and yearly planning. So we have a system called Sisu to where I look at that very often because it can kind of break down monthly, quarterly, yearly, how many appointments do I need to set? How many do I need to meet? How many need to go under contract? just so I can make sure I'm on track to meet those goals. I look at that and I'm slightly competitive, so we get to see like our team rankings. So, seeing those, I get to see how I need to push myself to beat Jen or Dustin in any of those rankings as well.
You guys want to chime in real quickly? You got some shit talking, Cassie?
I'll leave it up to you.
Safe space.
All right, so I got the next question's individual for each one of you. Cassie, we'll start with you. You've built your business within a team environment. What advantages did that give you in breaking your production ceiling that a solo agent might not realize?
I kind of, that 2024 where it was like my open houses, that was such a huge year to where, back when, if you were a solo agent or when I was on a smaller team, we didn't really have opportunities for open houses, or if we did, it would be once a month or very limited pool of listings that I can go to. To run a team, we have 40 plus listings active. You get to learn markets in so many different areas. I've got to, sit on luxury. I've got to sit on new construction, and just the clientele that you get to meet has led to so many opportunities to where, like a Bridgeport new construction led to a 750 on Pine Tree, and then they bought on Kerrsdale. And so the domino effect of that, I did a Roaming Shores open house that led to a sale in Aurora, and then they bought in Willard, Ohio. So you have to put yourself out there to do those, and those opportunities will be there.
It's amazing. All right, Inju, you work with a diverse client base. You've been touching on this. How has leaning into a niche like luxury helped grow your business?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
So I thought about it for quite a long time to think about what is the a difference or specific thing for the luxury market. I feel like from my experience, the luxury clients are more demanding and they really want you to be perfect. So the pursuit of the excellence was their key to be successful in their own field. So they want you to be very, very perfect person to list their house or purchasing their house. There is no room for the error. You should be 200% perfect to in every detail. So and the thing I noticed that is they are not choosing an agent from the advertisement. They are relying on referrals. So which is good. If you lucky enough to get a first luxury listing, let that client 200% satisfied with you, and then this person will talk to everybody in their circle. So that was the way I expanded my business. It's not like, oh, Inju is good. She is a great agent. This is not enough. They should say, you have to go with Inju. She is best of the best. So you should let the clients feel like that, not just, oh, she's good. I'm satisfied with her help. It's not enough. You should, like every detail, even like the moving, like the sell the old stuff, every detail, like from the photographing. Like I waited until I had the 1.2 million listing last year in Pepper Pike. I wanted to have the real tweet light photos, which is in June. We have long daytime, right? I waited until around 9 p.m. to come a little bit darker, and then have that kind of, beautiful tweet light photos, real tweet light. It's not the virtual tweet light. And I wanted to be everything perfect. I waited with the photographer there. I paid her extra. please wait for me. And until the completely dark and make it the very perfect condition like that. Every single details should be perfect. You should work hard on that. And if you can let them feel like, oh my gosh, you are so great. You are the best realtor I have met. If they feel like that, they will talk to everybody with their circle, and then you will have one luxury client referred me $3 million listing. I mean, 3 $1 million listings. So which is they have their own circle, like the Signature of Solon, like a Barrington Estate. They have their neighbor, right? They're all connected with the country club and or like that kind of thing. So they referred me the luxury clients. You should let them 200% satisfied with your service.
Amazing. Wow. All right, Adam, you approach real estate a little bit more like a business from an investment point of view. What mindset or systems help you scale your production more intentionally?
I mean, I might not be answering this correctly, but
whatever you say will be correct.
All right. Thank you. Being an investor personally, I use that mentality into working with all of my clientele, whether they're buying something that's income generating or if it's going to be their long-term family home. I feel like they're both investments. And I think that perspective is unique compared to many, because honestly, I feel like in our industry, a lot of people, are helping people buy and sell homes they don't even own. So I think coming from that perspective and saying, hey, not just let's get you into this house at any cost. I want you to be responsible. I'm analytic about it, and I want you to feel comfortable, because even if you tell me, hey, I'm going to die here in a year, you could change jobs and have to move. I want to make sure that you're not backwards into that. And I think people get that and understand that I want them to be comfortable, and having that investment mentality to it, I think makes me look different, and it's able to expand my business.
Incredible. All right, I got one more scripted question, and then we're going to open it up to the group. Cassie, we'll start with you. If someone in this room wants to break their next production ceiling in the next 12 months, what is the first thing they should start doing tomorrow morning?
I feel like I keep repeating myself with the open house thing, but I think that way, if you don't know who to call, you don't want to pick up the phone, the easiest thing to get in front of people is to do open houses. If you're a single agent or you don't have any listings, reach out to your office. There's probably an agent that has an opportunity that they want an open house held, or reach out to people that do a lot of open houses if you need more help on scripting or anything like that. There's lots of agents that have resources that you can reach out to help with that.
Tell them a little bit more, though, because just doing open houses themselves could be a waste of time, right?
That is true. With open houses, you have to do some work beforehand. Know about the house, know about the area, know, if there's questions people are going to ask, and know the supplements about the house in case it's not your listing. Know more before going in so you can have those conversations at the house. And then after that is the follow-up. The follow-up, you gather their information, but if you don't follow up, that lead can just fall through the crack to where you need to have consistent follow-up with everyone that comes in.
How quickly do you follow up after open houses?
That day, or at least by the next day. Yeah.
Cool.
Got it.
Adam, what's your recommendation? What's the one thing they should start doing tomorrow morning?
Call me. Obviously joking. To me, it's just back to the purposeful activities. You gotta do them. And I feel like a lot of people sort of get in their own way, so you just gotta, stop with that mental block, pick up the phone, do all that. And I think, like I've stressed this whole seminar, just be in a place where you have the right support that's right for you to, give you the opportunity to do what you're really good at. So you can, hopefully get to a certain level and break through to where you want to be.
Love it. Inju, what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is you should find out what is your difficulty. So if your difficulty is you are not busy enough, you don't have enough leads or buyer or seller, then work on that to generate the leads. For the leads part, the first year I got the license, I did 8 million. So the key, the secret is you should find your niche. You should how you compete with Terry Young with the decades of the experience. Why? I just got the license, I'm new. and why your clients have to choose you instead of Terry Young. I mean, you should ask yourself every day, why my clients are choosing me? What kind of niche you have? Obviously, the language is my niche. I can speak Mandarin and Korean. This is my the biggest niche, I believe. And your knowledge of the remodeling, your knowledge of solve this kind of old house problem, that is your niche. You should think about what is your niche. If you don't know extra languages, you don't have the knowledge of the remodeling, that's fine. You have time. Your time is your niche. I mean, you can do more work for your clients than anybody else. Like the top agent, like Adam Kaufman, do you think he will sell the old furniture for the client? Do you think they will post the garbage stuff to the Facebook marketplace? No, you have time. You should do the things for your clients for the extra. Spend your extra time on your clients. That is your niche. If you don't know additional languages or additional knowledge about the house, so find your niche to help people and should distinguish from the other agents. What is your own niche? That is the first thing you should find. Second, if you have enough leads, you are busy enough, leverage, hire assistant. That is the things you should do tomorrow to break your ceiling. So that is my recommendation.
Love it. My head is reeling from this. I think what was super cool is like you heard Cassie, who's leveraging a team for a lot of support. You have Adam, who's leveraging a brokerage for a lot of support. You have Inju, who came to a different brokerage but is leveraging a lot of her individual support as an individual agent. I've heard a lot of really cool things. I want to open it up to all of you for questions. I feel like there's so much stuff they can still teach all of us. Yeah, go ahead.
A question for Cassie.
Oh.
What language do you speak, Cassie?
What's your second and third language? So I have a goal to do 30 open houses this year, so thanks a lot
Yeah.
for 200. When you're doing your open houses, like what are some things that you say to the people who are coming in specifically that like maybe gets them to open their minds around using you as an agent for that house or other houses? And then I guess I'll just do that question.
Yeah. I just like to have conversations with people. Like I'm not super salesy at my open houses. You want to be knowledgeable, know about the area, know about the house, but I want to connect with them with where they're relocating, about their family, about their job, and like grab the connection that way. And then after that, really it's like that follow-up. Like there are some, like if you know you have that connection, I'm following up that day. I'm calling them that day. I'm seeing if they want to see the house a second time, or if I know what they're looking for because I got that information then, send them a couple houses that you saw, be like, hey, I saw these, are you interested? And then just try to get them in for a meeting.
Do you use anything specifically to capture their information that you found works well?
We do. Our team has a system. Real Scout? No. Curb Hero. Curb Hero.
That's what I'm using right now.
Oh yeah, that's what we use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, like whole purpose of the system is like it's just a sign-in. It
Yeah.
needs to go directly to your CRM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole idea is
Yep.
streamlining it.
Curb Hero seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah.
What? Who else has got Janelle?
Yeah, I mean, working with all three of you as high producers, things go astray. When you're using a lender, there's 46 people that touch a transaction, and you all are very calm and cool in like high pressure situations. You really are. Yinzu, when it can't be perfect, when things are out of your control, how do you manage your clients' expectations?
Always do my best. I mean, things are sometimes out of control. Like I recently experienced a seller that I presented the buyer and wrote an offer. Our closing date was February 28th, and the seller, after we signed the ROC, the seller changed mind and saying we cannot close that day. We should have extra 1 month to deliver the house, to give the possession. I mean, it is already signed. You already agreed with this closing date when we write an offer, right? So it's like so frustrated, and this buyer was, the lease will end that day. So they have to out that day. And the buyer was so sad, and it's angry, right? It's so angry with upset with the seller, how they can change mind during the ROC. She already paid for like $900 to do the general inspection, the radon, and all kind of inspections. So she will lose the $900 if she quit this deal, and she cannot wait for another 1 month. This kind of situation is out of my control. I cannot control seller, right? So I have to comfort the buyer. I do my best to deal with this situation. I said, no worries, we have time, still have 3 weeks. You are the cash buyer. We have the second candidate house we can try. Let's go there. And we secured that deal. And I got the deal with the 30K price reduction from the listing price. I said, you lose the 900, that's okay. I already worked with this seller. You got a great deal with this deal. Don't be worried about that. We will close on February 28th. So I will always do my best to solve this problem. Now, you cannot control anybody, right? You cannot control everybody, and there is a situation that's out of control. Always do your best to seeking for the best solution. Yep.
Yeah.
Who else has got a question? There's got to be some good questions, Gretchen.
For Adam, why did you go from commercial to residential?
Well, I was young, 22, 23, and didn't really know what commercial real estate was until I got into it, and it was a really, really tough time. And with commercial, they sort of just throw you in and say, hey, you have a computer, go out and knock on doors and find. So it's an intimidating business. 22, 23 years old, like I can't call Target and say, hey, you want to let me help you find sites? Like, it's just, there's so much more to it. It was a great experience, but it was mostly I just wasn't making enough money. I still have a ton of contacts, and I still have the ability to do commercial. But I think for me, why residential works for me is the personal connections with people. It's a much more personal type of transaction, whereas commercial, it's all right, well, I need to open my next restaurant space. It's not as personal. It's a little bit more cutthroat. So for me, it suits me more, but it's a great business. So there's a lot more to it. I mean, you can be working for years on a deal, and it can just go awry in 2 seconds. And I was doing the commercial, shopping center leasing, tenant representation. Like I hear a lot of commercial today. Like I don't think of like an apartment building as commercial really. So that was my world. Working with national tenants and industrial office, all that. But it's a great business, just completely different animal. And I honestly think there should be 2 separate licenses that you need to get for commercial and residential, because when I sat through my classes, there was nothing that had to do with commercial. So hopefully that answers the question.
Go ahead.
For everybody, how many, all of your transactions, I think you said you did 60 last year?
67.
60, just 67?
Yeah.
For all of you though, how many was buyers versus sellers?
Oh, for me, it's exactly half and half.
I don't have that metric, but I'm probably 60-40 buyers to sellers, maybe. I don't know. Look it up.
I probably more buyer side, so probably 25% listing, 75 buyer.
Cool. What other questions? Got time for a few more, if anybody has them. All right. This was incredible. Thank the 3 of you. If you guys do have questions, I'm sure everybody will hang out for a few minutes. But yeah, really excited for this one. And we've got another panel coming up in whatever month comes next, April. April, the panel, it's normally the 3rd Thursday. This April is going to be 1 week later due to some conflicts with the KW space, but we'll be here. And looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Thank you.
Great.